We start tonight here on the WHAS 1119 with that brutal fight on a Jefferson County school bus. It's left a 12-year-old with severe bruises on his face, as you're going to see. And the bus driver has now been pulled off their routes. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt. A fellow student recorded it all. WHAS 11's Travis Breeze and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie are joining us live right now outside JCPS headquarters. And Travis, you talked to the middle schooler and his mother tonight, and you found she wants to sue JCPS?
That's right, Doug, and we are outside of the WHAS Education Center right now, but that mom says that her child is no longer a JCPS student as she's now evaluating where he will go to school. It has been a terrible week for this family, but a few community groups saw the pain they were going through and tried to lift them up. For the first time in a while, a smile on Kiani Davis's face, instead of just bruises. This video has been circulating on social media, and Kiani's mom confirmed it's him hunching for cover. The attack happened last Friday on a bus leaving Kammerer Middle School in eastern Jefferson County. The video has since been taken down.
I didn't know what to do or who to reach out to. I didn't know how to go about getting help.
His mother, Whitney Davis, breaking down in tears thinking about what happened. JCPS says these students will be disciplined according to the Student Behavior Handbook. The driver has been taken off the road during the investigation. The district says she did not follow protocol, which is to loudly tell students to stop and pull over to a safe location.
I taught him to turn the other cheek. I taught him to ignore bullying.
Whitney has talked with attorneys and is considering suing JCPS. She never thought her son would look like this.
We are here for you. We support you. Whatever you all need, we got your back.
Antonio Taylor, who says he's a former bus driver, brought people together to call for an end to bullying and for parents to take a more active role. Also surprising Kiani with a birthday party as he'll turn 13 later this month. I asked him what it was like to see this support.
Kiani, had you ever met any of these people before?
No.
Louisville Athletics brought him some gear, and music group The Real Young Prodigies helped him celebrate.
And we're here to tell him we got you.
Right. Yeah. Everyone's kind of been in a state of shock, so it's nice for this.
Yeah, what are you feeling right now, and how is it different than how you felt the last week?
It's really amazing to me.
While bruises cover his face, and his mom says she's pulling him out of JCPS, this was one step towards healing.
It's overwhelming at times, but it feels great to have a community that'll stand by you.
Whitney Davis would say nothing about the actual attack itself, saying that will come when she has attorneys with her. JCPS says that bus drivers are not required to break up a fight, but they are required to project their voice and pull over. Doug?
Well, Travis, you could certainly tell tonight in that video that he was overwhelmed with all the love from just pure strangers. You know, and we learn about these attacks from videos like the one you showed us. But do we have any idea, Travis, how many attacks like these are really happening on a regular basis on these buses?
So, Doug, at the start of last school year, I submitted an open records request for how often there are bus referrals, students getting referred to an office for a discipline issue. In the first 44 days of last school year, there was an average of 75 of those referrals every day throughout the district, but there was an average of at least one discipline for every one of those referrals.
75 a day. Okay, Travis Breeze reporting live outside JCPS headquarters. Thank you, with Elijah McKenzie. Now to more local news. A student at Male High School arrested and is expected to be charged after a gun was found in that student's backpack. The principal says in a letter to parents that the gun was discovered through their weapons detection system set up at Male. All students, staff, and visitors walk through that system as part of the school's safety plan every day. The student will be disciplined according to the Student Support and Behavior Handbook. Brand new right now on the WHAS 1119. In November in Kentucky, it will likely be the most important thing you see on the ballot. Constitutional Amendment number 2. If you approve it, your tax dollars would also start funding private schools for students K through 12. WHAS 1119's Alexandra Goldberg and photojournalist Levi Hammer tracking down both sides of this debate.
In through your nose, out through your mouth.
All students aren't going to be educated well in the same setting. and that needs to be catered to.
This is Coleman Prep, a private school in the West End inspired by historically black colleges and universities.
Mommy's on her way here.
The school's founder, Asa Coleman, says she's voting yes on Amendment 2, which would put taxpayer dollars into private or charter schools.
Families should be able to make a choice and it not be based off of finances.
The constitutional amendment is on November's ballot. Louisville Urban League president and CEO Lyndon Pryor is voting no.
We fundamentally believe that public dollars should go to public education.
Coleman said she had to turn away 45 students this year because she can't offer assistance for the $7,200 tuition. She says tuition vouchers can give all students the chance for choice.
So we care about all of the students, the ones that are slipping through the cracks, the ones that are getting pushed along, just so you can say that they pass, or do we really care about them being educated? And if we do, then it's less about protecting public schools, it's more about making sure kids are getting what they need.
Pryor says vouchers won't help low-income families because of the tuition rates for private schools,
which by and large are still far more expensive than what the average student or family is going to be able to afford, even with a voucher.
Amy Asbill, teaching 15 years, sees it this way.
Public school is a good option for some students, but it doesn't meet the needs of all students. So just having that option is really important.
If voters change the state constitution, the money wouldn't flow immediately. Lawmakers would then have to craft the rules. In Louisville, Alexandra Goldberg, WHAS11 Night Team, on your side.
Election finance reports released just yesterday show the two main coalitions in the state are raising millions for the issue. Protect Our Schools Kentucky, the coalition against Amendment Number 2, reported raising over $3 million since May. Kentucky Students First, that's the coalition for school choice, raised just about half of that amount, standing at $1.5 billion. Well, a judge in Indiana has ruled against abortion providers who are fighting the state's near total ban. The providers had sought a permanent injunction to allow more medical exemptions to provide care and to block the requirement that abortions can only be performed at hospitals. Today, Judge Kelsey Blake Hanlon said in a 50-page order that providers gave hypothetical scenarios but did not identify any specific situations that prevented a woman from obtaining an abortion under the current law. No word on if there's going to be an appeal. And now happening early tomorrow morning. We learned today that Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear will be arriving in southeastern Kentucky tomorrow to talk to police and the search teams. They are hoping again for any news in the hunt for the suspected I-75 sniper, still believed to be deep into the Daniel Boone National Forest. It's going to be day 6 with no clue for this man they're looking for, 32-year-old Joseph Couch. Kentucky State Police say he randomly shot several vehicles with an AR-15 weapon Saturday night, injuring 5 motorists. Some of them are badly hurt. WHAS11 News has been there since Sunday. Ian Hardwitt and photojournalist Emma Gefter will be covering the governor tomorrow.
From the helicopters circling overhead to the third day of silent closed schools, the manhunt is still underway for Joseph Couch.
If I had to sum it up in one word, it would be fear.
Laurel County Judge Executive David Westerfield called a state of emergency Monday morning, bringing state and federal law enforcement into the small community.
The National Guard has not been here yet, but I'm thinking that here shortly, if this don't get resolved, then they'll be coming in to help as well.
However, Westerfield said that's ultimately KSP's decision. They've yet to expand their already vast search area, thousands of acres. The U.S. Forest Service closed several parts of Chautauqua Trail, including this one near Daniel Boone National Forest. KSP still believes Couch is out here somewhere. This stretches miles all the way over to exit 49, where it all began. Court documents from the Laurel County Sheriff's investigation into the I-75 shooting on Saturday accuse Couch of firing down at cars from a ledge bordering the forest overlooking the interstate. Less than 30 minutes before, the sheriff's office received a tip about a text Couch sent saying he would, quote, kill a lot of people. An hour later, officers recovered a vehicle registered to Couch near the shooting. By 8:41 that night, Center Target Firearms in London told police Couch purchased an AR-15 along with 1,000 rounds of ammo the very same day as the shooting. Visiting the store Wednesday, we tried asking questions, but they referred us to law enforcement. At Tuesday's press conference, Sheriff John Root said he can't comment on the active investigation.
And really right now we can't elaborate a whole lot on the evidence that's been collected.
So now fear is paired with uncertainty about whether Couch is dead or alive or if he's still in the area at all. In Laurel County, Ian Hardwitt, WHAS 11, on your side.
Also, in a different twist today, Kentucky State Police did not give an update. They and local police have been doing so since Sunday. But again, Governor Andy Beshear does plan to visit law enforcement in Laurel County early tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Again, we're going to be there to bring you coverage tomorrow. Law enforcement is asking for anyone with any kind of tips to help them out. The Laurel County Department number 606-878-7000.